Welcome to the Digital Empires podcast. I'm Shruti Pangthi, a digital product entrepreneur and content creator. I went from being a hobby blogger to building a 7-figure business in just 4 years using the power of digital products and content marketing. And I'm here to help you do the same. So let's get started. Welcome. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about how I turned a $9 product into $1 million. And I'm going to go step by step with the different things that you need to know in order to actually create such an offer. Now, because this is such an in-depth topic, I've decided to break this down into different parts. And this is basically going to be a series on my podcast. And this is part 1. I'm pretty sure that I'm not the first person to come up with this name, but what I like to call this is a micro offer funnel. And I am going to go into details of what this means and how you can actually use such a funnel in your business to start making money quickly and effectively. So first things first, let's talk about what exactly is a micro offer. Now, a micro offer, as it sounds, is a mini offer or a baby offer or a tiny offer, just something that is going to get new people into your world. And when we talk about the specifics, this is going to be something which is under, let's say, $37 or under $50 in general, because anything above that goes beyond the impulse purchase category. Now think about it this way. You often go and spend $30 to $50, for a dinner out, or maybe for getting your nails done, or maybe even one trip to Sephora, right? So that is what we would like to say is an impulse purchase sort of range, which we feel comfortable spending. Specifically, it is going to depend on which countries you're going to target. But in general, if you are targeting, let's say, the developed nation, let's say US, UK, Canada, Europe, then you can definitely keep this in mind. Now, micro offers can range anywhere from $5 all the way to $50, but I've often found that a sweet spot is somewhere in the middle. The reason why I actually love micro offers is because they have a short conversion cycle. There is no lengthy webinar that you have to do. There is no workshop that you need to attend. There's no sales call required. There's no DM pitching required in order for someone to buy a $30 product. That is something that is a great entry point for any person who is joining your audience, even if they don't know you for a very long time. And that is the key here. We want to have a short conversion cycle so that we can get lots of buyers quickly into our business and then eventually upsell them to other offers or maybe more premium products. Now, what I also love about hosting a micro offer in your business is that it's a great place to start learning how to sell as a beginner. As someone who has no audience, no experience, who has never been in the marketing world, it can be really daunting to suddenly start reselling a $500 course. As someone who has sold $500 courses and has been in the industry for many, many years, I can tell you it is not as simple as people make it sound. It is way easier to sell something which is under $50 that you created that has your particular IP attached to it, rather than you selling a course which, first of all, you didn't even create, you're not an expert at, and you don't yourself feel great about selling, because asking a stranger to pay you $500, just think about it. It does require a lot of trust, right? It does require a lot of credibility. And that is why you'll see that people who have been around in the industry for years and years are usually the ones who have claimed this sort of price tag and are also able to have higher ticket and premium offers because they do have the experience to back it up. To get people to actually trust you and make purchases, you want to feel good about what you're creating and also make it very easy for them to say yes. You don't want them to have but, no, or all of these different types of excuses and objections to getting your product from you. Now, what kind of products can you sell at this price range? You can sell anything such as an ebook, you can sell a template, you can sell a small video recording, an audio recording, a workshop. The sky is the limit when it comes to digital products. You have to find what is something that speaks out to you and that would best solve the problem that you aim to solve in this particular product. Now, I also have tons of podcast episodes where I dive deeper into the top digital products. So I believe I have one which says 3 top digital products that sell like crazy. You can go and check that out if you're interested in just understanding what types of products might work for such an offer. Now, moving back to why I feel that you should be selling a micro offer first is because you do not need to have a lot of time and a lot of experience to show in order to actually start making sales. There's not a lot of credibility that you need to have achieved in order to sell a $30 or a $40 product. Whereas when you are selling a $300 product or a $500 product, people are going to want to hold you responsible and ask you more about reviews, what is the feedback, what is the time that they can get results, and so on and so forth. And as a beginner who maybe does not have all the social proof, it can be very, very challenging to actually get that in the first place and hold you back from your business taking off quickly. When we are starting a business, what we really want to have is quick validation. And I am someone who always says, and I'm pretty sure again, this is not my quote, done is better than perfect. You can always sell something first and then perfect it later. Because if you don't learn how to sell and how to make sales, you will not be able to succeed in any business whatsoever. Whether it is digital products or you're selling services, I don't care. You need to learn how to sell. And when we start with an offer, which is an impulse purchase offer, it is a great price, it is solving a specific problem, that is when we can get faster to the validation stage. That is when we can start feeling good about our business, because as soon as those payment notifications start hitting your phone or your emails, you are going to feel so good about making progress. And that's going to make you want to invest more time and more money into your business. So I highly recommend people to get started with that, because instead of waiting for years to build your audience and to, sell a premium product, you can get started with a micro product and work your way to the top. Now, just to give you some numbers of how that looks like, let's say you have 100 people in your audience, right? And usually the conversion rate can fluctuate anywhere between, let's say, 1 to 5%. This, of course, depends on how good you are at creating the offer as well. And this is something I dive much deeper inside the Digital Business Bundle, specifically in my course Digital Product Academy inside the bundle, where I share specific details of how to craft an offer that is, going to convert very, very well. If you're interested, you can get started with watching my free training in the description box below, and that's going to then lead you to my bundle, and you can decide whether or not it is the right action step for you. So yeah, going back, if you have 100 people, you can have 1 to 5 sales. If you have 200 people, you can have 2 to 10 sales. If you have 1,000 people in your audience, you can have 10 to 100 sales. And the main thing here is that there is a short conversion time, which means that there is a short lead time for you to start seeing the money come in, for you to start seeing the results of your effort come in. And this is why I really love this approach, because when you're first getting started with a business or a side hustle, if you don't make sales for very long, that can be really disheartening and also lead you to give up on your business or not to invest anymore because you just don't see the proof. This is why I believe micro offers can be super powerful. And I wanted to share with you some examples of micro offers that I found on Etsy, which again is a great place for you to actually hunt for offers that are doing well in different niches and then apply that to your own niche. So the first offer I want to share is an ADHD life planner, which is basically a Notion template where they essentially share, how to plan your life on Notion as someone who has ADHD. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking, but we're not psychologists or, psychiatrists. We don't really have the ability or the expertise. Yes, while I understand that, I also think that sometimes people can go ahead and use this for your own business. So if you don't feel comfortable creating something specific like ADHD or something for anxiety, you can also just create a planner for students. You can create a planner for teachers. You can create a planner for any other category that you feel more comfortable with. And within this planner, they have goals, focus, money, different types of topics and categories. And it's basically priced at 33 euros, which would, I guess, be about 35 US dollars. So again, great price point and actually a lot of value packed inside the offer. This is again what I would say is a good micro offer because it just gives you that taste of what's possible. And once that person is in your world and in your ecosystem and loves your product, I'm sure they will be much more willing to buy more products from you. Another offer I found, which was also very interesting, was a 12-week booty workout plan. Now, again, this is in the fitness niche, and this is basically content which is, inside of an ebook, but it also has some videos. So it's kind of like a hybrid product. It's a sort of a mix between a workshop plus ebook, and it's all combined in a 12-week format, which again is super actionable and it's just 25 euros, so around 27 US dollars. Again, a great price point to have for a micro offer as well. And the third one I found, which I also really loved, was a mom planner, but designed on Notion. So again, it was really cool. It's named Thriving Mom Planner, and it's only for 6 euros. So if you think about it, it's like a $7 product. Anybody can sell a $7 product. Like, I really don't think that you need to be exceptional at selling a $7 product as long as that product is solving a specific problem for a specific audience, right? So this is aimed at moms who need to prioritize their household, their finances, their childcare, and so on and so forth. So again, these are 3 completely different niches. You have the motherhood niche, you have the ADHD niche, and then you have the fitness niche. Yet all these products are selling every single day and making multiple sales a day on Etsy, which means they are high in demand and they're doing well. So Etsy can be a great place for you to get started with and come up with ideas when it comes to what are the potential micro offers that you can launch in your particular niche or in your particular skill set. And of course, you want to make sure that these products are already selling, giving you the proof that you need to actually go ahead and target this specific audience. So that's it for me for part 1. In the next episode, I'm going to walk you through what makes a good micro offer and how to structure your offer in a way that it is an easy yes. It is hard for someone to say no. So make sure to follow the podcast and share it with your friends and family if you found this episode useful. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to give us a follow. And if you would like to learn more about how I'm building a profitable digital product business, I have a 100% free training that you can get started with. It's just 25 minutes of the step-by-step roadmap of how I went from zero to over $1 million with digital products. If you want to check that out, the link is going to be in the description box or in the show notes. Thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next one.